How would you best define hip hop?
How would I best define hip hop?
Yeah,
Conscious movement. That's what it means.
yeah.
Conscious movement.
So as a culture, how would you define it?
As a
Hip hop.
culture,
Yeah,
so hip hop as a culture stems from hip hop as a consciousness,
yeah,
um, and the culture obviously, you know, incorporates the elements of hip hop. So you're talking about DJing, graffiti writing, breaking, MCing, um, which were the four original elements, and then you have the other five elements.
yeah.
How would I define it as a culture? From all of those aspects. So all of those things, all of those things stem from the consciousness. So DJing, graffiti. Graffiti art is one of the most ancient arts.
Yeah.
Hieroglyphics. We're talking about graffiti, right?
Yeah.
That's just writing, um, art. MCing, the spoken word. Again, you know, um, God taught man how to speak.
Mm.
That's where spoken word comes from.
Yeah, true.
That's rap. You're talking about breaking, dancing. It's another form of human expression.
Yeah,
Beatboxing, the ability to make music without tools.
yeah,
Um, street knowledge or universal law or natural law, whatever you want to call it. Again, it's a universal thing.
yeah,
Um, what else we got? Street entrepreneurialism. Again, that's the business.
yeah.
All of that's part of the consciousness, the culture. It's so how I would say that hip hop as a consciousness is to do with self-knowledge and self-realization
Yeah,
and the actualization of the self,
yeah,
and the expression of that is what happens through the culture. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So it's DJing, breaking, and MCing. All of those things are the expression of that consciousness, of that self-actualization. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So what first got you into hip hop culture?
What first got me into
Yeah,
hip
what
hop?
attracted you to it?
What?
What attracted you to hip hop culture?
What attracted me to hip hop?
Yeah,
I'd always enjoyed music, I
yeah,
think, and I was exposed to like different things,
mm.
and I think that I started writing poetry like 13, um, and a friend of mine was really into Tupac, and he put me on to Tupac, and ever since I heard the Tupac songs that weren't on like, that wasn't the singles or
The
the radio
unreleased
songs.
songs, or
Yeah,
yeah.
so like when I heard like the album material and stuff like
Oh,
that,
okay.
I just got so deep into Tupac and everything.
What album
Still,
specifically?
I'm not sure what it was. Like everybody heard like Changes and Hit 'Em
Yeah,
Up and
yeah.
whatever, but like he got me on, I think, to like Until the End of Time and
Oh,
like
okay.
real, real introspective, real
Mm.
like
The
deep,
deeper side.
deep lyrics. Yeah,
Yeah,
and so from that entry into Tupac, like I learned a lot about him and I learned a lot from him,
yeah.
and from there it grew and grew and grew and grew.
So how much has hip hop influenced you as a person? How much has it shaped your life?
Well, being that I'm an MC, hip
Yeah,
hop has shaped what I do.
yeah,
I think the cultural aspect of it influences you a lot. People often get so lost in the commodity, in the rap music of it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
That they lose sight of the consciousness and what comes with that. So I think for me, as a culture, it works with who I am. It's
Mm.
very well intertwined with who I am in terms of my expression of myself, in terms of my quest for knowledge of self, in terms of me really wanting to own myself, self-ownership that comes with that,
Yeah,
in terms of politically, in terms of personally. Um, Hip-hop was the rejection of hip hop started as a folk culture,
Yeah.
or a folk music if you're talking folk in terms of musically.
Mm.
So it's a subculture, or it's a culture that started in rejection to pop culture.
Yeah.
And that's everything that I think that I as a person am or need to be in terms of socially or politically or whatever. So
A form of rebellion in terms of.
yeah,
Yeah.
a form of rebellion, but not a form of rebellion where it's like, you know, a rebellion like, yeah, mash it up. A rebellion in terms of know who you are, why you are, how you are,
Yeah.
and what you do with that. You know,
So how much do you think hip hop has changed and developed, basically evolved since it was created?
hip hop's developed a lot.
Yeah.
One of the most famous legendary rappers is white.
Yeah.
Um,
Eminem.
yeah. I think it's changed and evolved a lot, but as a culture, the elements are the same, and as a culture, the community is effectively the same.
Yeah.
Obviously, a lot of the commercial side of it and the commodities that come with hip hop have been commercialized, you know, and become marketed. Therefore, it's not remained in touch often with the consciousness of hip hop and the culture. But it's still a living, breathing culture. You have, you know, people b-boying in Japan. You know what I mean? You have like people graphing in like different countries. You have people like in Morocco and Algeria that rhyme. You know
Reached all over the world.
Alphabet assassin attacking when I'm on the track and not grabbing axe and get slashed until you put him in the back and get packing. If I'm married to rap, this is Bluebeard's castle. Gorilla guillotine, my baby screams and she's napping. Taliban rapping, turn Taliban scrapping. No white flag waving the Bill of Rights when we start clapping. Mission benevolent, method is militant. Democracy's universal, but so is a gun with a clip in it. Poetical TV, London stand up.
So basically, in one sentence, how would you best sum up the art of hip hop?
Hip hop is to walk with the consciousness of self. Whether you're a gangster, a pimp, a pusher, a revolutionary, a teacher, a college kid, it is to be hip to your hop.
I know God blessed you. I hope God bless you. Pray your heart rests whoever you lie next to. Hope he loves you like I do, like God do. If you turn around 10 years from now, I got you. Remember how we pray in the last of the night? God willing, I'll meet you in the afterlife. My piece of paradise, you was a queen. El Firdaus, inshallah. Ameen.